comfortable temperatures this morning into the 50s as well as the 60s. We're getting up into the 70s and 80s today. Get ready for another nice day here around the first full week of August.
This morning on DC News Now, a Maryland man is in custody after trying to set his own house on fire with his family inside. We've got the latest on that investigation. And the deal is almost sealed. The Washington Commanders closer to DC than before, but some are still skeptical about bringing the team to the RFK site. A rise in contagious diseases. Health experts are sharing information on what you should look out for.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on DC News Now. I'm Haley Mylon. The time now 7 a.m. We're going to take a live look outside right now, see how everything is looking. I do believe that is Hagerstown, is it not? Derek Bowen.
Hagerstown on the dual highway, looking at beautiful skies this morning, just a few passing clouds. Nice, beautiful, and lovely temperatures in the 50s.
Yes.
In Hagerstown this
Hey,
morning.
okay, and closer here to DC, we got some nice temperatures outside as well. It's gorgeous out, so a good weekend to get outside.
Very great weekend to get outside. You know, we were talking last weekend, we were just overtly burning up because the temperatures were into the 90s and everything was just very uncomfortable outside. It's nice to see a bit of relief, but unfortunately at some point the pendulum has to turn the other way around. We have, of course, these nice beautiful temperatures from here in Washington at 65 degrees this morning to Hagerstown at 56, 55 in Frederick in between. Looking at, of course, in towards Annapolis, 69, almost 70 degrees this morning, 62, nice and comfortable. Lexington Park, 52 in Winchester, nice and chill there, as well as Cumberland this morning, seeing, of course, some nice, beautiful temperatures this a.m. all around the area. As we head throughout the rest of the day, we're looking at those temperatures to peak into the low to mid 80s as we head in towards the afternoon. Still pretty nice as we head into the evening, where temperatures are going to fall back down into the 70s. Overnight, we'll see temperatures as we wake up tomorrow morning back into those 50s and 60s.
All right, Derek, we'll check in with you shortly. A terrifying night for two people in D.C. waking up to their home on fire. Crews rushed to 44th Street in Tenleytown Saturday morning. Take a look here at this video. You can see crews up on that ladder, their flames seen coming from the porch in the front rooms of this home. A live power line was found in the front of the house. The fire extended to the home's second floor and into the attic. D.C. fire officials say two people woke up thanks to a smoke alarm going off. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Meantime, a Maryland man is in jail for allegedly lighting his own home on fire while his family was asleep inside. Fortunately, no one got hurt. Our Dave Laval is following this story for us, bringing us the latest details from Charles County.
49-year-old Omar Harrison remains here in the Charles County Detention Center, charged with several crimes, including the attempted murder of his family. No one at Harrison's home in Waldorf wanted to discuss what happened, but here's what Maryland fire marshals have to say regarding the incident along Utah Forest Drive. Investigators said Harrison's wife woke up around 5 a.m. Friday and saw Harrison pour gasoline on her bed. He then poured more gasoline down the stairs and ignited bed sheets. His wife and their two children escaped. The fire is said to have caused about $500 in damages. Charles County deputies responded to the home earlier in the night following a domestic dispute between Harrison and his wife. Harrison is said to have escaped after the fire and threatened to burn down the home, but deputies arrested him during a traffic stop. Harrison is charged with several counts, including attempted murder and first-degree arson. As we said, Harrison remains held here awaiting a bail hearing. In La Plata, Maryland, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, fortunately, no one hurt. Thanks for that reporting. Police are investigating two separate shootings in Southeast D.C. They both happened early yesterday morning. The first shooting took place around 1 a.m. here on Elvins Road. Police found a woman who'd been shot. She was taken to the hospital for treatment, and not even 20 minutes later, Officers responded to R Street near Minnesota Avenue, where they found a man who'd been shot. He was also taken to the hospital. Investigators trying to figure out what happened, but they don't believe these incidents are related. A woman crashed her car into an apartment building in Bowie on Friday evening. Police say around 7:30, she was driving an SUV when she crashed into the Governor's Green apartment building on Governor Bridge Road. First responders rescued her from her car and treated her at the scene for injuries. But crews say they're investigating the structural damage to the building and why she drove into it. A Maryland community holding a vigil tonight for a teen who was killed during flash flooding on Thursday. Floodwaters sweeping up 13-year-old Mason Paul Kearns into a storm drain after heavy rainfall blanketed Mount Airy. The vigil will be held at 8 o'clock at Watkins Park. In Maryland, hundreds of new high-tech energy jobs are coming to Frederick. Rockville-based X-Energy is helping meet the worldwide demand for nuclear power, and our Stephen Cohen is telling us how those jobs might bolster your workforce.
With a growing global demand for energy, a Maryland-based nuclear technology company is stepping up to meet that demand. Governor Wes Moore is backing a clean energy venture with more than $2 million in state financing. X-Energy, with headquarters in Montgomery County, is expanding north along the I-270 corridor. Robert McIntyre is vice president for X-Energy.
We found this area to be ripe with talent, ripe with high-tech talent, and really offering a uniquely qualified workforce.
As Christina Walrand, director of state government relations for X-Energy, explains,
states across the nation are facing the need to expand their energy capacity.
X-Energy hopes to help position Maryland as a global leader in energy technology, with more than 500 jobs here by the end of the decade.
As states continue to look at the opportunity for nuclear energy to meet their energy demand.
McIntyre says this new venture helps brand Metro DC and its Maryland suburbs as an industry innovator for new energy technologies.
This is really an opportunity for the greater Washington region to take place in the commercial evolution of nuclear policy.
And X-Energy has partnered with Amazon to meet the growing demand for data center technology. Reporting from Frederick, Stephen Cohen, DC News Now.
We're bringing that back again. We want that feeling and we want that location. It ties the city together and it's going to be incredible.
Commanders now just a step away from returning to Washington, D.C. D.C. Council came to an agreement on its first vote on a deal on Friday after weeks of negotiations and pressure from Capitol Hill. A $4.4 billion deal includes a new contract agreement between the commanders and union partners. Still, not all council members are on board. Robert White's amendments didn't pass, and that included one that would have enforced timelines for affordable housing to be built.
We don't end up with just the stadium and not the housing and the grocery store that people are counting on. And if that's not enforceable, it may not happen.
The second and final vote on the massive deal is scheduled for September 17th. Today's the last day of the Fairfax County Fair and Carnival. It's at the historic Frying Pan Farm Park in Herndon. The 4-H Fair is hosting a ceremony at 4 p.m. In meantime, gates open at 10 a.m. and close at 8. Tickets are $21 online and $25 at the door. There's also a $10 parking fee. Don't worry though, fair season continues here in the DMV. The Montgomery County Fair. Ooh, that ride is not for the faint of heart. Wow. Oh, no, thank you. My goodness. The Montgomery County Fair opening on this Friday. It starts at 3 p.m., closes at midnight, and then for the remainder of the fair, it'll open at noon. Keep in mind the animal exhibit will be closed on Friday. Now, as for getting there, bus shuttles to the fair won't be available from Lake Forest Mall this year, but you can take a shuttle bus from Montgomery College Rockville campus and Germantown campus. Cities and towns across the DMV are getting ready for National Night Out. It's an evening that brings police and community together, and in Maryland, the Montgomery County Police are holding their first event on August 5th. The assistant chief tells us it makes a big impact.
When residents know their neighbors and know the officers who serve them, it leads to better communication, quicker problem solving, and stronger communities overall.
Montgomery County Police plan to host 24 events across 6 districts. All right, talking about nights out, Derek Bowen with the forecast, and that forecast, we're just loving it.
We're loving it indeed. We're having temperatures to begin our mornings and to go into our nights into the 50s and 60s. And today it looks to be a pretty nice day as well. We're looking at those temperatures to rise up into the 80s closer to the lunchtime. But as we head in towards the evening, getting around to those high temperatures around 83 or 84 for today. Nice, beautiful, clear skies today, and a nice night tonight with temperatures falling back down into the 50s and 60s once again. We're looking at temperatures, these are your highs for today, going to be into the upper 70s and low to mid 80s.